My friend, have you ever asked yourself what it would take to truly live without limits? To wake up every morning knowing that nothing can hold you back, no fear, no doubt, no circumstance? This is not just wishful thinking. This is the philosophy of Napoleon Hill, the man who spent decades studying the most powerful minds in history, who unlocked the hidden keys to success that transform ordinary individuals into extraordinary legends. Today, we are going to take a deep journey into his timeless wisdom and uncover how you can learn to become truly limitless in your own life and success. Napoleon Hill once said, "Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve." At first glance, those words might seem like just a nice quote to post on a wall, but when you break it down, it is the foundation of all achievement. Everything you see around you, every building, every business, every invention, was first a thought. The airplane, the light bulb, the smartphone you hold in your hand, all of it began in someone's imagination. And the moment that person decided to believe in that vision with absolute certainty, it became reality. This is where most people fail. They have dreams, they have desires, but they stop short of belief. They let fear creep in, they let doubts grow, they let the voices of others drown out the voice within. But if you want to be limitless, you must train your mind to become a fortress of belief. You must develop a faith so strong in your vision that no obstacle can destroy it. Hill called this definiteness of purpose, the clear, unshakable focus on a goal that transforms your life. Now, becoming limitless is not about ignoring reality, it's about reshaping it. Most people are trapped by the limits they accept from the world around them. They listen when others say, "That's impossible," or "No one has ever done that before." But limitless individuals are those who ask, "Why not me? Why not now?" They understand that every boundary that exists is simply waiting to be broken by someone bold enough to try. Think about the great leaders and innovators that Napoleon Hill studied. Henry Ford, who was mocked when he said he would create a car affordable for every family. Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before the light bulb finally worked. Andrew Carnegie, who rose from poverty to build one of the largest fortunes in history. Each of them faced ridicule, rejection, and failure, but none of them allowed limits to define them. They chose to persist, to believe, and to keep going when others would have quit. That is the secret of becoming limitless, persistence when everyone else stops. See, life will always test you. Hill discovered this universal truth. Before any great success comes into a person's life, they are sure to meet with temporary defeat and perhaps some failures. This is nature's way of asking, are you truly serious about what you want? The majority of people see failure as a signal to quit. The limitless individual sees it as feedback, as a stepping stone, as proof that they are on the right path. When failure comes, they don't shrink back, they grow stronger. Another principle that makes you limitless is the power of thought control. Hill believed that your mind is like a garden. If you plant seeds of success, positivity, and determination, you will reap a harvest of achievement. But if you allow weeds of fear, worry, and negativity to grow, they will choke your progress. Every day, you are either programming your mind for success or for failure. Becoming limitless requires that you guard your thoughts, surround yourself with uplifting influences, and consistently feed your mind with ideas that expand your vision. But belief and persistence are not enough on their own. Napoleon Hill emphasized something else, the power of imagination. He said imagination is the workshop of the mind. It is the place where dreams are designed and where strategies are born. Limitless people are dreamers, but they are also creators. They don't just wish for success. They build it in their minds first, then translate it into reality. Every great achievement is first a blueprint in someone's imagination. And yet the imagination needs fuel. Hill often spoke of desire, a burning desire so strong that it becomes an obsession. Without desire, you cannot sustain the energy needed to break through limits. Desire is what keeps you up late, wakes you up early, pushes you through the pain, and drives you beyond the point where most people give up. It is the inner fire that transforms "I hope" into "I will." Limitless individuals are those who refuse to let their desire die, no matter how long it takes. Let us also talk about one of Napoleon Hill's most powerful discoveries, the mastermind principle. Alone, you are powerful, but together, with the right minds, you are unstoppable. Hill explained that when two or more minds come together in harmony, a third mind is created, an invisible force that produces ideas and solutions far greater than any single individual could achieve. The limitless individual understands that success is not a solo journey. They build alliances, they surround themselves with visionaries, and they multiply their power through connection. Now here's the deeper truth. Becoming limitless is not about money, fame, or recognition. Those things are simply results. True limitlessness comes from mastering yourself. Hill emphasized self-discipline, the ability to control your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Without discipline, even the strongest desire fizzles out. Without discipline, even the greatest plan fails. Discipline is the bridge between intention and accomplishment, the force that allows you to keep promises to yourself even when it is hard. If you look closely at your own life, you will see that every limit you feel is rooted in either fear or doubt. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough. But Napoleon Hill revealed a profound secret. Fear is nothing but a state of mind, and you have the power to control your mind. Once you decide that fear no longer rules you, once you decide that doubt no longer directs your actions, you become free. And in that freedom, you discover limitlessness. Imagine living a life where you no longer hesitate because of what others might think, where you no longer hold back because of failure, where you no longer shrink because of fear. Imagine replacing hesitation with action, doubt with belief, and fear with courage. That is the life of a limitless individual. Napoleon Hill also taught that success demands decision. People who hesitate, who wait endlessly for the perfect moment, never achieve greatness. Limitless people are decisive. They act. They make choices and they stand by them. And even if those choices lead to mistakes, they learn, adjust, and keep moving. Indecision is a prison, but decisiveness is liberation. Another truth Hill shared was the importance of purpose. If you do not know why you are here, if you do not know what you are working toward, you will drift aimlessly through life. To be limitless, you must find your purpose, that calling that makes your heart beat faster, that mission that gives meaning to every struggle. Purpose is what allows you to endure hardship, what keeps you moving forward when the road is dark, what transforms an ordinary life into an extraordinary one. As you listen to these words, ask yourself, what is it that you truly want? Not what others expect, not what society tells you to chase, but what you, in the depths of your soul, desire. That is where your journey to becoming limitless begins. It begins with honesty. It begins with courage. It begins with the decision to live life on your own terms. Napoleon Hill's wisdom has echoed across generations because it touches a timeless truth. The only real limits that exist are the ones you accept in your own mind. The people who change history, who break records, who inspire nations, are those who refuse to accept limits. They dare to believe in the impossible, and in doing so, they make it possible. My friend, you are not here to live a small life. You are not here to play safe, to hide, or to shrink. You are here to expand, to create, to become. Inside you is a power far greater than any circumstance you face. Inside you is the capacity to rise, to build, to lead, to achieve. The moment you decide to tap into that power, to trust it, to act on it, you step into your limitlessness. So today I challenge you, stop listening to the voice of doubt. Stop surrendering to fear. Stop waiting for permission. Instead, claim your vision, feed your desire, discipline your mind, and surround yourself with those who lift you higher. Take action every day, no matter how small, in the direction of your dreams. Refuse to quit. Refuse to settle. Refuse to accept limits. Because Napoleon Hill's message is not just theory, it is a call to action. It is a reminder that greatness is not reserved for a chosen few. It is available to you right now if you are willing to believe, to persist, and to act with courage. Your mind is the most powerful force in existence. What you think about consistently, you become. What you believe deeply, you create. What you persist in doing, you achieve. The world is waiting for you to rise. The only question is, will you choose to become limitless? Remember, success is not luck. It is not chance. It is not given. It is created by those who refuse to stop. It is earned by those who persist when everyone else quits. It is achieved by those who dare to dream, believe, and act without limits. This is your moment. This is your life. And as Napoleon Hill so powerfully declared, whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Now is the time for you to conceive it, to believe it, and to achieve it.